Good morning everybody and welcome to a brand new thing for me. I've been wanting to do this for a little bit but I have not had the time, so I've made time. I'm going to dive straight in. This game is Moonlighter. It's a fantastic blend of running around in a little dungeon, doing simple, very sort of straightforward fighty type things. And then the other half of the game is you take all of the loot and you sell it in a big shop, and you have to determine the price and everything like that. It's very cool. It's pretty sort of straightforward but also really engaging and kind of charming. So I'm going to leap straight in here. Just going to press new game. I haven't beaten the game yet, so it's the only option. It's saying hard is recommended. I would thoroughly agree with that from my first little playthrough. When you're getting used to it, it is a bit tricky, but once you're in there, it's a good time. Now, there's going to be a little bit of an intro sequence here. Among the stars of night, there is a land as old as something or other. I didn't quite read that in time. One night, mazes full of extraordinary treasures and deadly creatures appeared in this land. Yeah, dungeons. Woo! Dungeons! As you can see, it's all kind of 8-bit type graphics. It's kind of nice. I enjoy it. Look at that hair. It's amazing. It's, you know, in the wind. Oh dear, people died in this dungeon. What dungeons are for? There we go. I am the young owner of the oldest shop. The shop is called Moonlighter. This is me. You can't go anywhere without a bandana. Just bear that in mind. Unusual for me, it's controller. But hey, I'm going to get by. Okay, so this is one half of the game that you are looking at now. It takes place in this little dungeon here. It's cool. Oh, look. I use the stick. I run around. Thank you for the instructions. Let's go through this door. Oh, if I left trigger, I do a roll. Yeah, woo! Roll. Now, you can't roll diagonally. Bear that in mind. It's important. Now we can roll over things. And over double things. Yeah, let's try that again. Woo! Yeah, woo! And, ooh, you can go through things. Yeah. Can't touch me, I was rolling. You getting the hang of it? Dive through the things. Take no damage. Now, you start the game with a fantastic weapon. It's a broom. So there you have it. Broom. Quite a lot of this game is about inventory management. I think it's going to explain that in a minute. It wants me to use a potion by pressing the right trigger, but I'm not going to because I've got full health. Right, chests. You can't open chests until you've killed all of the bad. So let's just go and sweep this guy away. And then smash all of these pots. I'm smashing all the pots because, as you can see, things are occasionally left in pots. So we've got some goop, rich jelly, broken swords, and foundry rests. Gonna hopefully be able to sell this stuff. Oh look, it's all the same. Oops. There we go. Right. What we got? Ancient pot, fabric, foundry rest, broken swords. Right. Good. I think out of all of that, fabric is probably the most valuable. There's a whole army of stuff. And they're shooting at me. I'm gonna die! They're never ending. I mean, this is kind of clearly you're supposed to die at this point. But I'm gonna try not to. Oh well, didn't work. Oh no, I ran away. Now the good thing is that when you die, the dungeon throws you out. And you're not really dead. So that's a massive bonus. Now we've got an old bald dude, probably with a very long beard. He's going to come and explain exactly what's going on to us. Xenon. What a sorry looking kid. That's right. All alone now. Rest for a bit. I think our name's Will, by the way. So this is going to now show us the second part of the game. This is our shop. The old dude is coming to wake us up. Even as a mere child, barely able to walk, you were curious of the dungeon. Yeah, you see, now we've got... I have no pointy thing to point at the screen with, but there is little keys and a big lock. Doesn't really matter about what it's supposed to say. Came the same obsession as Old Pete. I get the sense that we're probably going to find Old Pete. Morning, boy. Did our little merchant bite off more than he could manage? Yes, I think he did. He ended up in a room with endless baddies. Hard truth is this. You are the last of your family, the only one left to run Moonlighter. You can't keep pushing yourself like this. You just watch me, Xenon. Risking your life on this fifth door nonsense is foolish. Just leave it. Find some artifacts. Use your pendant to get out of the dungeon. So basically, we've got a magic pendant which allows us to escape the dungeon at any given point, but it costs us cash. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Mine from back in the day. I hope it's a kitten. No, it's not. It's a sword and a shield. Okay, so now we don't have to hit things with a broom anymore, and that's got to be considered an advantage in all sorts of combat. I mean, I'm trying to think where a sword and a shield is less effective than a broom in a fighting situation. So anyway, this is my bedroom. It's my desk. I later will be able to read things here. I will also be able to open these chests and go back to sleep, but at the moment it's not letting me do that. He wants, yeah, merchandise. Takes knowledge of two things. You must know an item's value as well as its demand. Alright. So, there's a few things to try and figure out and learn. You're not going to let me do anything? What's going on here? Am I supposed to be doing something? Seems to have just opened a shop. I think that's what he wanted. Oh, smiley face. Okay, so that person came in and we got that little smiley face thing. She would like to buy that for £100. 100 gold credits or whatever you want to call them. Coins? I don't know. Pieces of 8? It wasn't too expensive for them and it wasn't too cheap. So we've got a little smiley face. Pay attention to your next customer's expression. Yeah, still very much in the tutorial bit. Hey birdie, what do you want? Do you like that? I'm charging you 170. No, you didn't like that at all. Okay. Don't sell too many popular items because you'll flood the market and make it not as popular, and it will get cheaper. Charge high when something is in high demand and in low supply. Okay. Take out your merchant notebook. Let's have a look. Press Y for the notebook. RT. So we've got a crystal, and we know that 170 gives a grumpy face with the 3 lines here, which is the veins popping in the side of their head. Whereas the 100 price gives a little happy face. Now you see the happy face next to the happy face, which has got gold coins instead of eyes. That's when you've accidentally priced something too low. Wow, that was the quickest day ever. Try out my new sword. Yeah. Okay, give me a pendant. Yeah, I got a pendant. Good, fine. Let's just, before we... Okay, we're not going to do it. I thought I was going to be able to do a quick bit of mucking around in my shop, but it's not going to let me do any of that. He's going to go and have a sleep, which is nice. I'm just going to check. Yeah, you see now. Slightly annoying. He won't let me go back in the shop. Yeah, I want to... see, what I want is to go back in the shop and put all these things down. Because if I'm going to go in the dungeon, I don't want to be carrying a load of stuff already. Because you really... I mean, that's just a big no-no. But I'm guessing this is still the first kind of run. So, Golem Dungeon. Available to merchants and heroes. Forest Dungeon. Available to heroes, but it's also blocked currently. I know the game talks about merchants and heroes, but I think ultimately you are a merchant hero. Not sure. Anyhow, let's just do a quick run through this dungeon, and then we'll go back and quickly sell some stuff, and then that will give you a nice little intro as to what we're going to try and achieve. There's nothing in here. It's an empty room. Is it an empty room? Now, there's one thing you can do, which is fall off these things, and sometimes it hurts. Other times you land in a room with stuff in it. That one hurt. Yeah. Sword now. Now, what I'm going to do is the first opportunity I get, I will be trading in that sword and buying a... Ouch! Ouch! Buying a spear instead. For that very reason, because these stupid... Yeah. Because these guys hit hard and in a straight line. Haha! Don't fall down the stuff. Okay, so as you can see down here, we've got a little map on the bottom left of the screen, which looks like that. You can bring it up here. That's saying at the moment the dot at the top means that we are in level 1. Then it goes to level 2, level 3, and then there's the boss fight at the end. You wouldn't have a chance in hell trying to fight the boss with this current sword and this kind of stuff. Let's just jump off here. No, also nothing. Gonna need to take a health potion at some point. There we go, let's do that now. Haha, what have we got here? To a person of hopefully far better luck than I, my time is short. I took injury from strange creatures across the room. My pendant all but shattered from the scuffle. Check him out though. I'd say I fared better than he. Okay. He caught me spying on him near the Guardian's room. Dropped a couple of items when he fled. One of which is this map. Okay. They called me crazy. Said old crazy Pete done gone lost his marbles. So this is old Pete. We found old Pete. Yay! Right, key. We need to go and kill the Guardian and get their key, and then we can unlock stuff. Righty ho. No, because you're lying dead in a dungeon. At least he's polite. He's apologising for the smell. Open the 5th door. They're not what they're seen. They're not what they seem. So let's just go and gather up all this stuff. What was that? Big boss gonna kill me. I'm supposed to let them all out. Now have to chase this weird creature that stole my stuff. Our big boss gonna be upset with little me. Okay. So this is a diagram of the outdoors of the dungeon area. Oh. Yeah, okay, thank you. And that's telling you how to use a pendant. So you're just going to pick everything up. Like so. Now you'll notice that the door won't unlock. That's because that is as far as we go. We're not allowed to do anything else. So we'll just double check down here. Nothing. That's the end of dungeon number 1. So now we're going to press the pendant And I'm going to answer my mobile phone. Right, well, we'll edit that phone call out. And yeah, so this is basically it. We've done the pendant. This is a nice little screen here which shows you exactly what you killed. And if you had opened chests, that would be in the box above that. And obviously it's showing my inventory, let me know what I'm taking home, and the fact that I have pendanted out of the dungeon rather than taken another route. We'll talk about that later. So we go back to town, where everything is calm and peaceful. There's my little pendant door, out we go. Let's have a little chat with this dude again. He's going to tell me a couple more things, and then we will have all the stuff we need. The young proprietor of the Moonlighter has returned. You look intact. Finally learned to use that pendant properly. It's about time, boy. So sounds like this guy's been picking me up from the floor outside the dungeon over and over again. What am I holding? Chart of the dungeon. Where did I get this? Oh, you found old Pete. Yeah, I did. Dead? Yes. This is what happens when you chase what's behind that door. Leave it, Will. Get the artifacts you need from the Golem dungeon. He's really, I mean, basically, he's kind of advocating staying in the starter zone forever, which we don't really want to do. And there's a big, right, I'm gonna explore the town and show you what's going on here in a minute. Yeah, to revitalise the town, you have to spend your money to basically invite people to come and set up shop. Yeah, startup capital. But that's cool. This is going to run off, and what's going to happen? Am I going to get control of my man again? There we go. Showing me where the board is. Fine. Thank you very much. So, this is the town. That's my shop. That's a shop that's not open. That's a shop that's not open. This is another shop that's not open. That's possibly a house. Possibly another shop. And a well. You can talk to all these people. See? Yeah. Probably. All of these people will come in and buy stuff off you at some point. So here we go. This is the town notice board. You can invest in your shop, which we don't have anywhere near the right amount of money to do. All these upgrades are really cool. We'll talk about those when we get some cash. And the other bit was town. So there's a blacksmith and there is a enchanter potion making lady. You need both of these as early as possible because he's where you get your better weapons, and she will keep you in health potions, which you do need if you're going to go through sort of some of these levels. Anyway, that's the basics of everything. Now we've got a little bit of a thing because we have, what do we got? We need to sell all this stuff, but we don't need to sell all of this stuff because some of this stuff is kind of important. Oh, we've got a little exclamation mark here. That's just the chart we found, so that's nice. So we've got two chests at the moment. One that big and one this big. They're the same size to begin with, but they will get bigger and we will get more of them as time goes on. So some of this is vendor trash. Some of this you need for upgrades to certain stuff, like that, and that is kind of a handy thing because we got hardened steel, which goes into making armor, and tier 1, tier 2, I don't know. That stuff is also important. I think you need some sticks to make bows, so we'll probably keep those. I don't think they're worth very much anyway. And I think you might need these as well, but oh, actually what? Let's keep the 10. Whoops. Pressed the wrong button. I might make that my motto. I say it almost every single time I play any game. So yeah, with the pushing down the stick, you can sort them by culture and by price. As it happens, those are the same. Yeah, I don't think we need any of this stuff. Maybe keep those. And this is what you need to make potions, so we'll keep that. Even though we can't actually make potions at the minute. But everything else we want to sell. So let's just go in here. We've got 4 tables. And we know that we can't sell this for 100 170, so let's just knock that down to 110. Let's try that, because it went for 100 and they were happy with 100. It might be happy with 110. Now everything else, we're going to do it one item at a time until we discover the price. Because you can go to your notebook and you can go up and down, and you can see here that down at the bottom we've got an unknown thing, which is probably like a gold. But then if you come up here, you get to about this stage. Oh look, these things are worth around about 250 gold. So a broken sword is going to be worth approaching 250, give or take. And you're gradually going to go down. We know that's worth 100, 110 maybe if we're lucky. So this should be slightly less than this. This should be slightly more than that. You kind of just have to guess to begin with. And then hopefully, if you don't guess too far wrong, people will actually buy the stuff. What I'm going to do to start with is just put them all in for 100, except for this, which I'm just going to go here and say that is fabric, which is above the 250 line. So we do not want to accidentally sell that for less than a... Let's go 300 and see if anyone buys it. And so we hold down A, open our shop, and then we stand here and guard. People are going to come in, they're going to look at our goods, and they are going to hopefully like what they see. Now you have to just keep an eye on the little faces. Okay, he was happy with that. And then he's going to bring it over to the till, and he's going to sell it. You have to go and press a button. He did not like that price. 300 gave us a grumpy face. So we'd knock it down to 280. Now look, there's a little thing you can see there above my finger. Grumpy face, 300. So we've learnt something. What we also need to do is just chuck out some other stuff. It's a bit fiddly to begin with, but you do rapidly get the hang of it. So ancient pot, we don't know how much it's worth, but we know it's worth more than 100 and something. Let's go for 120, see how that goes. And this boy is just a bit below ancient pot and things, so maybe like 95. Oops. 95, something like that. We'll try that. Oh, the broken sword. He really wanted to buy that. And we apparently made that way too cheap because he got the little yay eyes and we don't want that. So let's you can double check. See, sold that for 100 and we got yay, that's really cheap. So we've actually just lost money by doing that, but never mind. It's only money. Let's put it on 200, see if we can sell the next one for double the price of the first one. Now there is another thing you need to watch out for. It probably won't happen today. It might do. Somebody might attempt to steal something. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. So what we got there is she likes that price. He doesn't like these prices. This 200 was too much. I went from 100 to 200. I'm going to drop back to 170. See how that works. Also, oops, wrong button. I told you, it's like my motto. He didn't like this price. 120, we've got an unhappy face on 120. I think it's around about there though, so I'm just going to go down to 110. I do need to put some other things on for sale. I'm pretty sure these things are dirt cheap. Like 10. Maybe 20 or something like that. I have done this bit of the game before and I can sort of remember, but I moved past this bit. Okay, he bought the sword for 170, but he wasn't happy about it. What about a bit of iron? Whoops. Let's go for... Where's that in the list? Hold on. Whetstones, roots. We don't know what any of these things cost. They're all quite low down though. Let's try that. Oh, they liked the price of that. That's good. It's good to know how much an ancient pot will sell for. Once you kind of got it narrowed down, you can just start selling in bulk, and that makes your life very much easier. Now, remind me. Yeah, that was a kind of unhappy face. You don't want to sell things that make people unhappy because then they won't buy them in the future. What do you think of the twig? No, you don't like that for the twig. Alright, tell you what. It's literally trash. I will sell them for 5. Really didn't like that price. But for some reason didn't actually tell me why. Sometimes if there's a very rich person, he won't give you a kind of a read on how much something should really cost. He'll just go, I don't want it, and then walk off. And you won't gain any knowledge from that. Other times... Okay, 5 was a good price for a twig. 10 was not a good price for this though. Let's try 8. He liked the price of the iron bar. No, he didn't like the price of the iron bar, but he was willing to pay it. Never did find out the price of a twig. They're all... Oh no, they're not. I thought they were all leaving for the day. I've suddenly remembered that you need these to build things, weapons and stuff, so I'm not actually going to sell that. I'm going to keep it. Twig, what's this? Vine? Probably about the same as a twig then. Try that. I mean, ultimately you won't be selling many twigs or vines, you'll just be throwing them away, but let's not worry about the future. He didn't want to pay $270 for my cloth, which is slightly unusual because the last guy actually bought one for $280, but there you go. And he didn't really like the price for those things, but these are cheap, low demand items. Come on, finish my day on a high note and buy that cloth. Ugh, miserable. Buy the thing. This is literally the last of my stock. That's the end of the day. Boom. Okay. Just going to give you a nice little report. We had 15 customers. That little icon next to where it says 15 customers is how many people attempted to rob you. Yeah, that's the thing. You can find stuff which is worth £3,000 and a guy will come along and nick it. We don't want that. So we learnt a few things. We've gained 1,175 gold. And that's not bad for a first day. We've sold most of our junk. Pop this over here. And that will probably do it. Now the next episode, what I will do is I will probably, with 500 gold, I will probably invite either the blacksmith or the enchanter person to town. Now you got to be a little bit careful because you can't do that too quickly. Maybe I'll explain all this. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna explain this in my next video because I love this game and I want to play it a lot, and I want you guys to love it too because it is just really charming. So I'm going to explain all about the sort of the reasons why you would get various shops in the town next episode. That's the plan. I hope you've enjoyed this little introductory session where we've sort of covered the first tutorial bit. You know what the dungeon is, you know roughly what the mechanics of selling stuff are. Give it a crack. Find stuff out if you want, and if you don't want to do those things, great news everyone, I'm going to make a series of these. You can just watch me do it instead. It'll be fun. I hope that you do choose to play it yourself, but I hope you also watch me because, you know, I like it. I like having people watch me play stuff, and I hope that I'm enriching people's lives in some small way. It's just mucking around, isn't it? Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember to hit the like and the subscribe button. There's a little bell, press that too, that'd be great. Leave a comment, I will reply, I promise to reply. And finally, you can find me on Twitter and follow me there, although I'm probably a little bit ruder on Twitter than I am here. Anyhow, thanks very much, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.